In the previous chapter, we explored the foundation of Arizona real estate law, beginning with the Constitution, moving through Article 26, and understanding the authority it grants real estate licensees in preparing documents. Now, we shift from constitutional principles to statutory law. The second pillar of Arizona's legal framework, statutory law provides the written, detailed, and enforceable rules that govern professional conduct, business operations, and the public's interaction with government systems. These laws are collectively known as the Arizona Revised Statutes, ARS, and they serve as the primary source of authority for nearly every aspect of real estate practice, including licensing, advertising, disclosure, and enforcement. Understanding how the Arizona Revised Statutes are created allows real estate professionals to appreciate where their rules originate and how to stay compliant as new laws evolve. Every statute begins as an idea, often inspired by public needs, court rulings, or industry developments, and goes through a careful legislative process before it becomes law. The legislative framework, Arizona's statutes are established by the Arizona State Legislature, a bicameral body made up of two houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives. The legislature meets annually at the Arizona State Capitol in Phoenix and is responsible for introducing, debating, and passing laws that affect all areas of the state's economy and society, including real estate. The process begins with a bill, which is a proposed law submitted for consideration. Bills can originate from members of the Senate or House, or sometimes at the request of agencies such as the Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE, industry groups, or citizens through public petitions. Each bill is reviewed, debated, and possibly amended before it can become part of the Arizona Revised Statutes. Step-by-step process of creating statutes. 1. Drafting a bill. A bill begins as an idea intended to solve a problem, clarify a rule, or address new circumstances. For instance, if issues arise in how licensees handle earnest money deposits, the ADRE or a legislator might propose an amendment to ARS Section 32-2151.01, which governs trust account management. The Legislative Council, composed of attorneys and policy staff, assists in drafting the bill to ensure it aligns with existing law and is written in clear, enforceable language. 2. Introduction and first reading. The bill is introduced in either the House or Senate and assigned a number, for example, HB 2145 or SB 1520. During the first reading, the bill's title is read aloud, and it is then assigned to a committee, usually one relevant to the bill's subject matter, such as the Commerce Committee or Government and Elections Committee. Third committee review. The committee stage is critical. Members of the committee hold hearings, hear testimony from experts, government officials, industry professionals, like brokers or attorneys, and members of the public. If the committee approves the bill, it moves forward. If not, it may be rejected or revised. For example, a proposed amendment to the real estate licensing laws may be reviewed by the House Commerce Committee, where representatives from the ADRE might testify about its potential effects on licensees. Fourth, second and third readings. After passing committee review, the bill goes to the full chamber, House or Senate, for further debate. During the second reading, legislators may propose amendments or modifications. The third reading is followed by a vote. If the bill passes by majority vote, it moves to the other chamber, where the same process is repeated. Both chambers must approve identical versions of the bill for it to proceed. Fifth, conference committee, if necessary. If the House and Senate pass different versions of the bill, a conference committee is formed to reconcile differences. The revised version must then be approved by both chambers before proceeding to the governor. 6. Governor's action. Once approved by the legislature, the bill is sent to the governor of Arizona, who has 3 options. Sign the bill into law. Veto the bill, preventing it from becoming law, unless the legislature overrides the veto by a 2/3 vote. Allow the bill to become law without a signature by taking no action within 5 days while the legislature is in session. If signed or allowed to pass, the bill becomes an act and is assigned a chapter number within the session laws of Arizona. 7. Codification into the Arizona Revised Statutes. After a bill becomes law, it must be organized into the Arizona Revised Statutes by subject matter. The Arizona Revised Statutes are divided into titles, each covering a broad area of law. For real estate, the relevant section is Title 32, Professions and Occupations, specifically Chapter 20, Real Estate. For example, ARS Section 32-2124 governs pre-licensing education. ARS Section 32-2153 outlines disciplinary actions against licensees. ARS Section 32-2173 regulates property management agreements. Each section is numbered sequentially for easy reference, ensuring consistent application across all state agencies and courts. Example: a real estate bill in practice. Imagine a scenario in which numerous consumer complaints arise due to misleading property advertisements. The Arizona Department of Real Estate may recommend strengthening advertising rules. A legislator introduces House Bill 2312, proposing amendments to ARS Section 32-2162, requiring clear broker identification in all marketing materials. AACR 4-28-502. After committee hearings, testimony from brokers, and amendments clarifying online advertising standards, the bill passes both chambers and is signed by the governor. The new rule becomes part of the Arizona Revised Statutes, effective on the following January 1st, ensuring all licensees comply with updated advertising laws. The role of the Arizona Department of Real Estate. Once a statute becomes law, the ADRE is responsible for implementing it through the Arizona Administrative Code, AAC, specifically under Title 4, Chapter 28. The ADRE may create new rules, forms, or enforcement procedures to carry out the statute's intent. This connection between ARS and AAC ensures that the legislature's decisions are translated into clear, operational guidelines for real estate professionals. Review summary. This section explained how the Arizona Revised Statutes are created, from the drafting of a bill to its codification into state law. Key takeaways include: the Arizona legislature, composed of the Senate and House, creates laws that govern all areas of the state, including real estate. Bills pass through several stages: drafting, committee review, debate, voting, and gubernatorial approval. Once enacted, statutes are organized into the Arizona Revised Statutes by title and chapter, with Title 32, Chapter 20 regulating real estate. The Arizona Department of Real Estate implements these statutes through administrative rules to ensure practical enforcement. Understanding this process gives licensees a deeper respect for how laws evolve and why compliance is essential to maintaining professional standards and public trust. Discussion 1. Why is it important for real estate professionals to understand how the Arizona Revised Statutes are created? Answer: because it helps licensees stay informed about changes in real estate law, understand the intent behind regulations, and maintain compliance with evolving legal standards. 2. Who has the authority to propose a new law affecting real estate practice? Answer: legislators, state agencies, such as the ADRE, or members of the public through citizen initiatives. 3. What happens after a bill is signed by the governor? Answer: it is codified into the Arizona Revised Statutes and given a specific title and chapter for organization. 4. What role does the ADRE play after a law is enacted? Answer: the ADRE enforces the law by creating administrative rules and ensuring licensees comply through education and regulation. Closing remarks. The Arizona Revised Statutes form the living body of law that governs the state's real estate industry. Each section represents careful consideration, debate, and collaboration between lawmakers, regulators, and the public. For real estate professionals, understanding how these statutes are made fosters a stronger appreciation for the legal environment in which they operate. Every requirement, from licensing education to trust account management, was once a bill designed to improve consumer protection and uphold industry integrity. As we move forward, we'll explore the structure and significance of Title 32, Chapter 20, which forms the heart of Arizona's real estate law.